and welcome to my kitchen. So this week I am going to be showing you a recipe for the perfect post-Christmas breakfast. So it's really not about restricting your diet after Christmas, it's about reshaping it, so making sure that you still have things that feel really filling and indulgent, but they are much better for you. So we've got a really good combination today of something that's very cleansing and detoxifying, a green smoothie bowl, and then something that's a little bit more Christmassy and indulgent, which is a Christmas cinnamon trail mix. It's so good. This is actually something that last Christmas I made little bags of, and I gave to my family members the trail mix in like their present. So it was kind of a nice DIY Christmas present. So you can do that too if you haven't seen your family yet, but you probably have, and you probably just want something to make you feel good. So I'm going to be making a green smoothie which has banana, avocado, kale, spinach, and a little bit of almond butter. And then we're going to make the trail mix, which has all manner of amazing plant-based proteins. So we've got pecans, cashews, pumpkin seeds, we've got some sultanas, we've also got some goji berries and some coconuts. And then we're just going to mix it in amazing cinnamon maple mix, put it in the oven and sprinkle it all over the green smoothie, and you'll have some left to snack on later. So we're going to make the trail mix first, which is on 172, page 172 of my cookbook. So this is the cinnamon maple trail mix. And it's really easy to make, so we're going to make it first. I've preheated the oven to 190 degrees Celsius. So that's already going, and then it's just a matter of chucking things into the bowl. So we've got some cashews. We've got 1 cup of cashews, so I'm just going to chuck it into our mixing bowl. We've got 2 cups of coconut flakes. So this is really making the bulk. It's really, really coconutty. We've got 1 cup of pecans, which is so Christmassy. It's one of my favourite things actually. I used to not like pecans so much, but I think they're so delicious with maple syrup, which is probably the unhealthier way to eat them, but they are so good. So we've got a cup of pumpkin seeds. I overdid it slightly, so this is about a cup. And then we are going to leave the goji berries and the sultanas till after we put it in the oven, because otherwise they might burn, because these need slightly longer to toast. So in terms of what we're adding on top, I've got to melt about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil first, but we can add now 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. This is pure maple syrup, it's 100% maple, so nothing else is added. And then we've got some cinnamon too. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. You don't want very much, because we just want when it toasts just to kind of get a bit of the flavour, but we don't want it to be all sticky. So that's 2 tablespoons. And then we need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. You can also add some mixed spices and ginger, but I think cinnamon is just the best for this. I've tried all sorts. So just 1 teaspoon, this is half a teaspoon, and another half. So the last thing we're going to add is some coconut oil. I just melted it over the hob. My pan's really hot still. I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons. It would have been 2 tablespoons of hard coconut oil, so that's about 3 to 4 tablespoons of melted. And add 4. Perfect. And the only thing we have left to do now is just mix it all up. Just make sure that it's really coated in all that maple, coconut and cinnamon. So I've got a baking tray, and I just lined it with some parchment paper. And as I said, we've got to add the goji berries and the sultanas, but I'm going to do that after this is all toasted. Yeah, so you can spread this out. And this is an amazing mix as well. You can add oats to it and you can make a granola, but it's quite nice just to make something a little different. Just spread this out so it doesn't get stuck together. So we've got this all lined on our baking tray, and I'm going to pop this in the oven for around 10 to 15 minutes until it's all golden brown and crispy. I'm just going to put it on the side to cool, because that's when it's going to really crunch up. So on to the green smoothie. So I'm going to grab my Vitamix, and I'm just going to start adding all the lovely ingredients to the mix. So I'm going to start by adding the banana. So this is a really, really ripe one. So just 1 banana, and I'm just going to break it up and chuck it in. Perfect. Okay, then I'm going to add in the avocado. You just need half the avocado, so I'm just going to mix some little marks. Perfect. Then the next two ingredients are our greens. So I've got kale and spinach, but you can really use anything you've got. When I'm home at my parents', they have so many different kind of greens growing in the garden, chard, all sorts. So just use whatever you want, and you're just gonna kind of roughly do a handful of each. So kale, then a handful of spinach, maybe a little more if you're feeling very green. And then we're gonna just add something for sweetness because it's being Christmas. You've had a lot of sweet food and you kind of want to get off your sweet wagon a little slowly, so you still want some sweetness. And I'm just going to add 1 to 2 medjool dates, so I'm going to add 2 in. Then, of course, for a little bit of protein, and because I'm just totally addicted, I always add in a little bit of almond butter. I'm going to grab a nice spoon, and then I'm going to do about a tablespoonful. Oh, this is so yummy. This is some homemade almond butter, but I added in a little bit of cinnamon. So it tastes even more Christmassy and on theme. So the final thing we need to add to this mix is some milk. I've got oat milk, but you can also add, before this, some green powder, some chia seeds, absolutely everything. This is honestly the bare minimum of what you can add. Any kind of superfoods, not necessary, but definitely welcome. And then a cup of dairy-free milk. So I'm just going to add this all in, and I'm going to add actually about half a cup because I want it to be really, really thick. But you can add more as you go, so if you find that it's actually quite hard to blend in your blender, add more. So half to 1 cup is kind of ideal for this. So grab the lid, give it a blend, and it should be a really delicious, velvet smooth green smoothie. So we've got our green smoothie mix looking very green, and I'm just going to pour it into our bowl. It should be really nice and thick. Get all that goodness in. And then we've got our amazing trail mix, just fresh out the oven. Smelling so good. Smelling so good. Okay. Then we're just going to add in the sultanas, just about a cup. I'll mix all that up. And then the beautiful red goji berries. I let it cool just very, very slightly when I took it out of the oven, but probably not enough. But I'm impatient, so I'm going to put it all over my smoothie bowl. And I think there's no better way to do that than with your hands. So there you go. We've got my green smoothie bowl with my trail. So there you go. You've got my green smoothie bowl with my cinnamon maple trail mix. I think this is a pretty banging breakfast for the new year. Something you can really get into without feeling like you're restricting yourself in any way, because healthy eating should not be that. It should be like this, a pretty good healthy balance. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want this new year and any other ideas just in the comments below. I would love to know, and I'll try and film them for you. Have a very good 2017, and I'll see you here next week.